Hey, good morning, and thank you for joining us this Friday for another Sales and Marketing Fry Talks. As usually, every second Friday, me, Andrei Syuchenko, and Roland Sozolinch, we share insights, best practices, and anecdotes from technology companies. And this time, we have a very interesting and very exciting topic, and more importantly, very exciting and interesting guest speaker joining us today. We are going to discuss about the communities and word of mouth marketing in B2B sales. And today we have Zane Lasmane, head of marketing at Zabbix. Welcome, Zane.
Hi.
Welcome.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Zabbix is a Latvian company, but operating globally, and it has been recognized as one of the leading software solution for IT monitoring, and it's used by thousands, if not tens of thousands, companies worldwide. But Zana will definitely share more insights on that. But most interesting about this company is that it is actually building all this huge presence and power mainly through this community marketing and word of mouth marketing. And we thought that it is really something to learn about, and therefore we have invited Zane today to share their success story. And maybe for just starting the conversation, Zana, could you really help us understand better, like what Zabbix is today? And yeah.
Okay, yeah. Zabbix as a software, as a monitoring tool, we say that it is an industry standard. You can monitor actually anything with Zabbix.
Yeah.
Softwares, hardwares, applications, web services, anything you can get data of. And we have had amazing last week we had Zabbix Summit 2023, a global event where we meet 500 Zabbix users around the world, so you can get so many use cases. And this is really, if I say anything, I mean anything. Where you can get
Yeah.
data, you can monitor that with Zabbix, and it is our dream to have the world without interruptions. And Zabbix is a tool that helps you stay your business more reliable, stay your services under control, so you can be all the time aware what is happening in your business, in your IT infrastructure, or in your uh, in your factory, in your plant, in
Yeah.
production, anything you want to get the data and sensors on, you can have control over that, and also, yeah, get the data, analyze that, get your decisions made right, and have also some remote actions filled with Zabbix, so you're always aware that your business is working.
Yeah, sounds impressive. But more impressive is that, like coming from relatively small country like Latvia, you managed really to, inspire so many professionals to use the software and to build those, as you said, use cases in very different industries all across, the globe almost, right? How did you manage basically to build such a massive presence? If you could just help us understand
Yeah,
that.
the previous one was about Zabbix as a tool, as a software. So Zabbix as
Right.
a company, the same name. We really have this global presence. We have subsidiary offices in United States and Brazil, in Mexico, in Japan. And the expansion of Zabbix actually also happened all over the time. The company has 18 years of since it was founded,
Yeah,
but Zabbix as a product was released even earlier. So it's more than 20 years in the
I
market.
see.
And how it all started is also an answer to your question. How have we managed to build such a massive community? Because it all started with our CEO, founder, and actually creator of Zabbix, Alexei Vladishev, who decided to release the code for free as an open source
Yeah.
product. He initially he wanted to create a product that helped him as a system administrator. So he understand, okay, if that helps me, that could help thousands of people. So this idea is in the heart of Zabbix. It's open source, and the open source community gives everything for free. You have the whole code. You can um, change it. You can use it as it is. You can adjust it. You can configure it your own way. So this has stayed in our heart, and this is the way how our community was built from it. So if you give something for free and it's quality, and the second thing is the quality, we have the quality first policy in our company. Everything that is released out is only the quality measures are important. It's not about
Hmm.
timing, it's not about marketing, it's about the quality. We have delayed our projects for months because we're not sure that this is the best product for our community. And we're still
Uh-huh.
doing that. Even though the marketing, yes, Roland, you have
But
something?
may I ask how your company is making money then if the product is free? Can you talk about that a
Yes.
bit?
Yes, that's one of the most common questions we get, and we are making money. We are a business company. We are a global business company serving thousands of customers worldwide, big companies, big global enterprises like Dell, like Orange, like Vodafone,
Yeah.
a lot of companies. How we're earning money? So you get the product for free. You can use it for free in your home lab. You can monitor your humidity at home, your car even. You can monitor also your enterprise. You can monitor your servers, your infrastructure, IT. You can monitor actually a big global company from Zabbix if you know how to work with Zabbix solution. And but how we earn money? We provide Zabbix official trainings, and we do the official vendor support. This is how Zabbix
Hmm.
services, and actually why the company was established. Because at first hand the product was released, and then there came in questions and requests from the community, because we want to use this tool for our company, but we also want to have technical support available from the official vendor. So our business is built on helping the community, helping the businesses, being reliable. Our technical support team, we call it global support team because it operates all around the world. So we have the 24/7 engineers available. We also have our partners network, which is also part of our business model. We have more than 250 partners worldwide. So you can
Hmm.
actually have the technical support service provided in Italian, in Japanese, in Chinese, Mandarin, a lot of languages. And the local partners are really experts. In Zabbix, we train them. We have a very um, strict KPI system and instructions for each Zabbix partner that is allowed to
Yeah.
be the official partner of Zabbix and also provide these services. We want to be sure that our own global support team is as much capable as our partners are, that when they're providing the support in Czech language, Italian, some other languages. So this is how we earn money. We give services, we give consultations, we give turnkey services. Sometimes we have custom development and integrations developed for certain customers for money, but the main earning point is the technical support, our
Yeah.
main service that we provide for companies worldwide.
Okay. That's yeah, interesting, and I would say even quite typical business model for open source, like enterprise open source companies, right? When you release a product itself, make it available to very broad audience, but then you can provide services, building
Yeah,
solutions around this
but the
product.
difference with Zabbix is that our product is 100% open source. Because
Uh-huh.
sometimes you get the product, you start to use it, and then some features are paid.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
with Zabbix. You can. That's why I'm saying that there are companies that use Zabbix 100% for free and aren't our customers because
yeah,
they are doing it themselves, or sometimes they send their engineers to Zabbix training programs. And we also have the users, the specialists, the professional, the expert, and even Zabbix trainers training programs. So you can actually become an expert yourself.
yeah. So it sounds like one of your kind of success factors in terms of the growing so broad community was that you, of course, made very kind of uh, high quality product, what is relevant to their needs. But same time, it all about your support, what you provide, right? So you continue providing them knowledge, and that probably what keeps them together with Zabbix, or there is anything else.
Yes, I would say that the knowledge part or content part in marketing terms is actually the main thing. And for us, it's purely technical content, purely technical knowledge. And as from Zabbix point of view, we also have a lot of our own technical content that we're creating. We have free meetups, we have free meetings, free
Yes.
webinars available for our users, and we see that this movement keeps continuing. And actually, our community is making their own meetups on site, online, providing different knowledge, different use cases. They are writing different webhooks for and integrations for Zabbix, and also releasing to the community. So this how to say this kindness virtue, or this virtue of giving something to others, this is contagious also in the community. So they
Yeah.
also want to share their experience. And a lot of times in Zabbix events we get this one question: how can I contribute to Zabbix? And as a marketing specialist, when I started working in Zabbix, it actually was the most shocking things for me. How it is that there's the conference packages. You can buy the conference hall only. You can have the conference plus networking part, and then there's Zabbix fan package. And I was shocked why someone is ready to pay more for Zabbix fan. And when you see what it includes, it's just a T-shirt, like something additional, and it's surprising. But this is answering actually our community request: how can I contribute to Zabbix? So we
Yes.
let our community to be co-sponsors of our events, and they are the proud Zabbix fans that wears the T-shirts of the fan experience, and actually are the contributors or
Yeah.
co-sponsors to these events. And if we
But could,
look deeper, then the
yeah.
community power goes beyond any borders. Actually, we've experienced so many generosity from the community that for me it was really shocking. For non-IT specialists, this is something not understandable. For example, we get our documentation, which is like a really huge huge
I can imagine.
documentation about the product. It is translated purely by community for free.
Yeah.
They are translating it in their local languages for free. We're not forcing them, we're not requesting that. It's just this community spirit that they want to contribute something to
But
Zabbix.
could you maybe share a bit some of secrets? How did you manage really to inspire them for such a, you know, big loyalty or high loyal level of loyalty towards the Zabbix? I understood that initially you mentioned about the product itself, so about the quality and things like that. But on the marketing side, if we look from that purely marketing execution perspective, do you have anything special what you do for this to grow this community, to make them so loyal to you, and maybe you have some reward system or anything like that? How does it work?
The reward system is a how to say, one of my future plans, but we haven't set the reward system. So I could contribute to that as a marketing specialist, and tell in the industry how we work with the community. But what we see for now and what we do, we really try to um, if we see a seed growing, we try to support it. So if we see that there are certain ambassadors, evangelists, community members that are really active and really eager to support Zabbix, we reach out to them. I reach out to them personally, and tell that, hey, you've written a fantastic article about Zabbix. We would like to post it in our blog, or we would like to invite you for a meetup. It's just this how to say, the observability in the field, that you have to be you have to see and feel your community. You have to be part of it. And
Yes.
this works not only in the marketing team, it works also among our engineers, among our developers. They also are part of the community, and sometimes they
Ah.
say, and contact marketing team, and hey, there's this guy or this girl that is experimenting with Zabbix, and see how great interesting things they are creating. So we try to engage with the community and let them be part of Zabbix, so
Yeah,
they
it's
can genuinely be our ambassadors.
But interesting what you just mentioned about also making your employees being as active as those external participants, and that is what, at least from my experience, I see many companies struggling with, because typically they say, "Hey, our technical guys, they are very shy, they are very like introvert, they don't want to be like spotted and I don't know, exposed to the external world." Uh, we don't want to kind of disturb them, let them just do what they do. And same time, I always wonder that, hey, they care so much knowledge, so much valuable insights and information, what definitely your clients and community can appreciate and see a big value. And that is exactly what you are doing. So you are basically using your internal know-hows and internal capacity to facilitate. But also, what interesting you mentioned is that you are kind of engaging with those people. I understand that you somehow monitor those active participants, but again, from turning it from the practical perspective, like, do you have a community which is based on your facilities? I mean, do you have some groups or maybe, I don't know, chats, channels like Slack channel or whatever else? Or you also have some external communities what you have identified and then you also monitor them, or it's combination of both?
It's actually, we give the community a freedom, and we
Uh-huh.
give the community platforms to communicate, to interact.
Yes.
What I mean from the freedom, for example, we have a lot of Telegram chats, Discord chats, some other forums where our community freely communicates with each other. And how
Yes.
that works there, they usually there are one or two very active members that actually kicks out someone if they are coming rude or spamming or asking non-relevant questions, but the community supports each other. We are just
Mhm.
like observing this. We're not
I see.
interactive, like interacting very deeply. Okay, there are sometimes that someone asks, what about this bug feature, what about this or that stuff, and then of course if there are our employees, we do reply and do interact, but it's like not, we don't have
Mhm.
a certain team that observes these chats or these forums. This is
Ah,
all based on the community, and they have like I cannot say it's a hierarchy, but actually they have the members that are more active, and they, how to say, they understand the temperature of the chat or temperature of the
yes.
forum.
Yes.
We also have like different groups. For example, Zabbix for beginners, Zabbix
Mm.
Pro. So if you have a beginner question, don't ask it in the pro community, because there's a special beginner. The same goes, for example, for YouTube and for other Reddits and other places where our community communicates. You have a lot of different questions you need to solve, and then there are the active members that engage and work more. Zabbix, as a marketing team, we create these platforms. We also work with our partners, and for example, there are huge communities in Latin America, in Brazil, in
Mhm.
Argentina, in Colombia, in Mexico, in Chile. They are working differently. So I can be there in the chat, but I will not understand what they are talking about. But the community, how to say, treat each other the same, and they are the judges for these.
Yes.
So, and they know that they are very helpful. They help each out. Of course, we
Yes.
have a lot of resources that our team has created on YouTube, on Zabbix website, on Zabbix
Mhm.
blogs. That we also do. But and for the platform for community, what I also said is, if someone is willing to make a meetup, for example, a local meetup, I don't know, in Germany, in Serbia, or somewhere in US, we always support this willingness, and we send, for example, out some merch items, some swag they can give to those who came. We can also
Mm-hmm.
sometimes connect online with our engineers and maybe ask some questions or provide some tips and tricks, short lessons. We're really open to share the knowledge
I see.
because we understand how valuable is our product and what value it actually brings to the customers. But Andres, you asked one more question about our employees, how we get the usually shy developers to the
Yes.
stage. I must say that this is my personal also contribution. I really try to know each and every colleague of mine. And this is the difference of understanding, are you introvert, extrovert? Are you willing to do something? Or
Mhm.
sometimes you have this position, I don't know, accountant, legal counsel, developer, and it's like, okay, they are shy. I don't think that. I'm always open to look at each employee, and it's actually super satisfying to see that you can um, give the employee the opportunity to speak up. And we have seen so great speeches from our engineers and developers just by giving them the chance. And the outcome is also for the society in our community when they see developers speaking about really the backend code or how they deliver Zabbix packages and what happens. Those speeches are always evaluated the most
Mhm.
because they understand that these guys are creating Zabbix, and they understand that the value is huge. That's my maybe tips and tricks from marketing side. Always know your colleagues and find the little spark when they are ready to talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Zane,
Roland, you.
do you somehow help them to do it in terms of training, maybe in public speech,
Mhm.
Yes.
or okay? Because
Yeah, we
I have.
always, when we find that there might be the fit for the
Mhm.
speech in content wise, because we always need to look for content. And in terms of Zabbix and technology, it will not be one engineer or one developer each time. Sometimes we're talking about Kubernetes, sometimes we're talking about
Mhm.
Ansible, and these are totally different topics, totally different uh, employees we
Mhm.
need to speak. So it depends from the topic, and sometimes we cannot find a perfect fit for the speech, and then we cannot contribute to this topic. This also happens. But yes, we train our employees. We train also our speakers for example, for Zabbix Summit and Zabbix conferences. We actually invest very much in the rehearsals, in fine tuning the speeches, because this is again the quality first policy.
Sounds like you are kind of tend to be a perfectionist within topics in
No,
all
no,
kind of,
we're trying to
which is
do our
very good, of
best,
course.
yeah, to deliver. For example, the marketing people, we want to deliver it in human readable way, or
Yeah.
in a more better manner that it can actually bring the message to the community. And that's why we're helping out. And this is just a part of Zabbix marketing team. We are supporting our community. We're supporting our sales. We're supporting our partners.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how you have transformed your marketing from traditional, like quite disconnected sometimes from the rest of the organization. Where in Zabbix it seems that you are very deeply integrated, and you facilitate basically through those readiness activities you mentioned, through other support activities, this community growth. But looking from, again, maybe marketing mix perspective, could you just maybe share what is your typical mix? I understand that both online and offline events, community activities, something else, and how this has been evolving maybe within like couple of years with all the COVID and many other things, especially also as people more moving towards the digital channels and so on. How has
Mhm.
it impacted your?
Yes, if we're talking about the course of marketing, then I must say that, of course, this is content. As
Mhm.
for most of the companies, it stays the
Yes.
content. For us, it's really technical content
But
and
this is
expertise.
technical content, isn't it?
It is
Maybe.
mostly technical, yes.
Uh-huh.
It is mostly technical content. The second thing are events. And I must say that we had invested huge in on-site events before Zabbix, before the pandemic. During
Yes.
the pandemic, we turned everything online. Zabbix Summit, we needed to have the Decades Summit, the 10th Zabbix Summit during the pandemic, and we couldn't have it. We wanted to have the big celebrational
Yes.
event. We couldn't have it, so we created the online summit, and it was almost 20 hours online YouTube, connecting speakers from all around the world and staying tuned. We understand that we need our community needs this gathering, they needs this platform. So during the pandemic we also created a lot of online events, and we also saw a lot of statistics growing up because of the pandemic, because anyhow everyone was at home but they wanted to interact.
Yes.
And after pandemic, we thought, okay, there will be no on-site events. But what we experienced was that actually people want the on-site events. They want the uh, real human interaction. The breakout rooms in Zoom, they doesn't work the way how it works during the coffee breaks when you are meeting someone accidentally or sitting next to a person. It's not the same as in online. And what we experienced this year and last year, when after pandemic we started doing the online, people were so happy meeting each other. It was maybe not that structure as it was before, but we understand that yes, we need both. And the same goes for Zabbix trainings. Before pandemic, it was only on site. Our trainers were traveling all around the world to teach and train Zabbix users. Currently, we have a lot of online trainings, but still there are on-site trainings still happening. But
Hmm.
events, yes, we will definitely stay for on-site events. As much as pain it can cost for cost for marketing to organize that and create, we understand that this actually powers our community with new ideas, with new meetings. And yes, this is a platform community for community. This is not our business. We're not earning money for from these events. We're just doing it as a platform for everyone to meet.
Yes, I see. And you mentioned that produce quite a lot of content, and content is kind of a core of your marketing in general. How can you share any tips how you can actually being a marketing with all the respect, but produce such a high quality technical content? What is your approach to that? I assume that you still need to work and involve quite a lot of other stakeholders, specialists, and so on. What actually works and what maybe didn't work for you? What you would suggest for others?
We have tried the different approaches during the
Hmm.
years to create the content because we understand we need this content.
Yeah.
And there has been trials that we ask the developers to write, we ask the engineers to write, we ask everyone to write, for example, blog posts. Of course, not everyone is ready to do YouTube videos. When we see that someone is doing or trying to do that, we can always help and engage with them. But I think the best solution for us was when one of Zabbix engineers becomes part of Zabbix marketing. And this is in IT industry that there are technical marketing, and in Zabbix it's the same. I cannot write deep technical articles and will probably never do that. I've tried Zabbix and tried to connect my car or my washing machine at home for
Yes.
Zabbix monitoring, but of course I'm not an engineer. So I can never deliver such an article that is more interesting for our engineers and developers. So only their level of knowledge people can do that. And I think that can be the only device that you need to find. And this is also about knowing your colleagues and knowing your community. You have to find and know that a person is ready to do more than he is in her engineer or developer's job, and he's ready to shift and do some more other things. And we have seen these career changes not only in Zabbix but also in other enterprises, and this is interesting how they combine. And I think this will be the future, because currently I don't know who is looking for a certain person in one specific field. because the field merging and the ability to actually oversee different fields is the future. And this the same goes for marketing in Zabbix and technology. You have to see both. You have to see the business side, you have to see the technological
Mhm.
side. And how to do that? Yeah, someone is whether qualifying to marketing or the vice versa. So yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely agree with you. And maybe just as our time unfortunately already run out, and it was so exciting to listen to you, but we have to conclude this conversation at least for now. I'm sure that we can continue maybe another time and learn even more. But before we kind of say goodbye to our audience, how do you see the role of marketing moving forward, considering all these changes and new requirements from the audience, and just what you mentioned that there is no strict boundaries anymore, and you need to be quite, a specialist in different areas. What, where do you see marketing in 5 years or so? What are the trends, on your opinion, in the field where you are working?
I see marketing as an accelerator for the community, as an
Mm-hmm.
accelerator also for the user base and client base. And this is again this observing what is happening. And sometimes I just act and I don't think whether should be marketing or this shouldn't be marketing. And this
Mm-hmm.
is about the most interesting part of marketing, that there are no strict borders. You can one day you can do that and the other day you can do that. And this is this I think that this is our main. We know the company purpose, and the company purpose, as we spoke in the beginning, it was that we have a world without interruptions, and Zabbix as a reliable tool for businesses. So if we can help accelerate this idea in any terms, then this is the marketing team's goal. And this is helping the community getting more broader, more wider, helping our user base to grow and get more knowledge, and also of course keeping the word of mouth about Zabbix. And yes, as we spoke, the expertise is clashes together, and you need more of and I think marketing also, we're working with so many teams, the legal, the accounting, the engineers, the developers, all together, the HR with our team. And sometimes it's not just the marketing skills that you need, it's actually many more to get it. And yeah, I think that marketing is the accelerator. If you see that something has a potential, you just accelerate it and you
Yeah,
move it forward to the
it's a
community.
very good summary, Zane. I'm glad that at Zabbix marketing is enabler, and now you
Yes.
are speaking also about the accelerator, and that is I also believe that is the role of marketing, and I wish other companies recognize and actually see marketing same as you just explained. So, thank you very much for coming and sharing with us your story. I think it's very valuable. We wish you just, even more success in the future. And I'm looking forward to have you back for another session and another topic to discuss. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.